you're gonna go off the beaten path in your Subaru, here's a few tricks on how to get the most out of your Subaru. In this case, Subaru Outback Wilderness, but this can be applied to nearly all of our models. To set things up, you'll want to start with your screen. This very top screen, actually, it's handy to have X mode up here. If you're looking for it, it's the very last screen on the far right of the display. Some Outbacks will just have on and off for X mode. This one, because it's a wilderness model, has dual mode X mode. Snow and dirt for drier conditions, and deep snow and mud for when things get more slippery. Leave that up there so you can turn it on and off while you're adventuring. The next feature you might want to have on is car info. This will give you telemetry on how steep the angle is that the Outback's at. We're on a 16-degree decline right now, very steep. And the Outback is currently sitting at a 3-degree left, tilting to the left, essentially. And then up here, it'll show you what your all-wheel drive system is doing. I'll show you that as we're moving. A third thing you may want to consider, especially if you have low-hanging branches that you're worried about, is to come down here to vehicle settings, go up to driving assistance, and then turn off pre-collision braking. Sometimes low-hanging branches can set off eyesight and it will detect them and essentially hit the brakes in the middle of whatever you're trying to do. So I've got eyesight turned off, car info on, parking brake is off, and let's go down. I'm gonna keep it on this screen so you can see what's going on, and I'm gonna steer and essentially let the car do the rest. Because we're on that steep incline, I'm gonna turn on X mode right from the start. Turning on X mode from a stop will allow it to crawl down at whatever speed you have it set at. And if you start from 0, it'll keep you around 2 miles an hour. I let my foot off the brake completely, and instead of coasting down the hill uncontrollably, it has me controlled, nice and steady, and all I have to do is steer. X mode is doing its thing, and it's giving me live updates in terms of how steep the hill is. If you see that flashing green light, that indicates that the hill descent control feature has been activated because it can tell that we're on a steep decline. As the hill starts to level out a little bit, it's going a little more slowly, but I can always apply gas to move a little more quickly through that section. And then once I let off, it'll go back to kind of backpedaling itself. It's kind of a tricky section up here with some ruts. You can see the wheels turned yellow because it applied vehicle dynamics control to keep me on the intended path. And it's just able to tell what that path is based off of my steering angle. We're coming to the bottom of the hill where there's an intersection, so I'm gonna apply the brakes. Glad I turned off X mode. Not X mode, eyesight. Yeah, no drama, nice and easy. The Outback was able to make quick work of that steep hill going down. Didn't even have to use the brakes or the gas, really. But in cases where you need to go up steep hills, you'll need to give it the beans. But the system still sorts itself out. X mode will still utilize the 4-channel braking system in the Subaru, along with our symmetrical all-wheel drive to optimize grip in these conditions. As I go up this steep hill, I'm still steering and I'm giving it some gas as it goes up. But if it starts to slip, instead of letting off, which is usually your natural reaction to a loss of grip, keep your foot in it and let X mode sort out the power. There it's starting to lose grip on the right. And there it is now on the left because we're 3-wheeling it. I'm keeping my foot in it and it pulls me out no problem. The road surface was incredibly dry and steep. The spot where the Outback had trouble but managed to sort it out are these nasty cross cuts coming through here. If you look at the video, it actually 3-wheels slightly through this section. It's very uneven. Hard to come out in the video, if I'm honest. But the Outback's all-wheel drive, paired with its 4-channel braking system, is able to figure it out and get it up the hill. X-Mode is so much more than just an adventure enabler. Even in regular city streets, if you live on steep hills, going up or down, especially in the snow, rain, or ice, can be incredibly difficult, if not impossible. But X-Mode, because it can supply an even amount of power to any wheel at any given time through Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system, paired with our 4-channel analog braking system, can give you sure-footed grip going up or down. You won't be squealing tires to go up or down this hill in a Subaru.